Oi! Look at that.
Okay, this is weird. We're live.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, no editing.
You're lucky you haven't got the earphones and you wouldn't have to suffer that music that I just had suffered to.
I suffered to it.
Did you?
I did.
What was that?
It was like, okay, hi everybody, Ian.
Oh, hi!
Out there, and they've got questions for us.
Yeah.
So the Kickstarter is 29% funded so far.
Is it really?
It is. It is. There's a lot of support.
Well, thank you for that. That's a shocker.
Yeah, we're not like pretending that season 2 won't happen if we don't get Kickstarter. Season 2 won't happen unless we get through this Kickstarter.
That's why fingers crossed. That's real. I'm quite impressed with that already. So thank you for that. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people want your artwork.
And
the popular reward are the set of your artwork. Of your artwork. Yeah.
I better make some now, no? Did I promise that? I can't remember.
You did, yes. I'm holding
it. I'm on that. And also postcards that we've signed. Whoa! Yeah. And something else on there. Oh, a message.
Well, I'm seeing all of these things pop up on the screen. I guess they're notes from people around the world. I mean, that's kind of what's so amazing, or the comments on social media come from all over the world. It's amazing. And when you look in the analytics of our, the audio podcast, the people who are listening come from over 30 countries.
Okay. I saw a great one that just said, "Oh, hello from Borneo." Ooh.
Yeah, Borneo Discovery Route, I think is his name. Yeah.
But
are you telling me you're checking your social media?
No, it came up on here. Of course I was.
Oh, okay. It's like, since when do you check?
Are you mad? Do I look mad? God, no. I really. Well, I mean, yes, I can. Of course.
I do screenshot you the really juicy ones.
Oh, do you? Yes. I haven't, and we're waiting anyway. Let's what's that say? Both are my heroes. Yes. Is that from your mum again? Thank you for being best travel host ever. Yeah, that's right. Does that mean like just for Lonely Planet and Globe Trekker, or does that mean worldwide ever?
Oh, we can't.
It sounds like ever. It sounds like everywhere.
There was Michael Palin. Who could beat Michael Palin?
Of course you can. Oh, come on, I didn't see him eating bugs or being on the toilet cracking one out. Although he did off a boat. I saw that. He wasn't eating the boat. He's still going. I saw one. Well, I didn't see it, but he looks so old. But
we're still going, and we're so old.
I know, yeah, but he's going. He's 20 years older than us. I met him when he was doing his first travel show in Ipswich Station. I was working at the station as the postal. They needed like extras when Christmas time, so I was being a postie at the station, and there he was. Ooh, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
Really, Michael Palin came to the post office. Wait, let me get this straight.
I was only about 17.
Yeah, but let me get it straight here. Okay, you're working in the postal office in the Ipswich tube station?
Train station.
Yeah. And Michael Palin
was on the platform. Going back to London after one of his trips. I was like, "Oh, Michael, what are you up to?"
Did you leave your little post and go and speak with him?
Well, I was on the platform at the moment, moving letters and everything, and I was like, "Oh yeah, what are you doing?" And they was going, "Just going back to London." I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Look at you in your first class." Ooh. And then he turned to me and looked in my eye, grabbed my hand and said, "One day, you probably won't make it," and then just jumped on the thing. I thought, so Monty Python. I thought, so Monty Python. Yeah, no, I remember that. That was quite weird. Yeah.
That's amazing. So there's a question here. It looked like a lot of fun, but we also knew it was hard work. What did you find to be your biggest challenges on the road? Well, for me, really quick answer. On the rare occasion that one person in our team was a difficult person, it didn't happen often, that would make it the most difficult shoot. Everything else I felt we could more or less deal with. I don't know, Ian, what were your biggest?
No, I totally agree. Hell is other people. And everyone that worked on the show generally was really cool. But law of averages, you're going to get some bell ends. Oh my God.
What's a bell end? I've never heard.
is men's bits down there. And oh my God, like directors that that are on their own agenda or something, that want to break you or just have no fun and just enjoy.
I had
So dull.
I had
Especially when you're, sorry, can I just say, especially in the best place in the world, bloody enjoy it, cheer up and have a laugh. God.
I know. We had one producer who it was like the one rare time we had a male producer. Every day he'd get in the van, like holding his back. I mean, he was in his 30s, like, and literally he'd get on the van going, fuck, 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 fuck. That's how he'd start every day. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I say, that was the only thing. Everything else was heaven. I mean, you just couldn't get back.
Okay, but think back to like something that was, sometimes what was hard for me was when I couldn't sleep because the bed was like, it was like sleeping on the metal part of it. The beds were so bad. They
and it would probably be damp. Or
right.
Or something.
Gross. I mean, I remember one night going, it was a long, long drive. We get to this place and I open the door and this the guy says, "That's your bed." And as he points, this massive rat jumps off the bed. And we had to be up early. Sometimes I missed the sleep.
Yes, yeah. My worst was towards the end. I had a really Stone Age DVD player, so I'd put like an episode on and go, I just want, and then I got Brock syndrome. I'll be there till about 4 now, and I get up at 6 because I just couldn't help myself every now and again. Because once you come off from a long day, you shut that door and you're like, oh, then you just relax and feel great. Whereas a second before that, you're like, I want to go bed, I want to go bed, I'm knackered. But something about that. Oh, I can relax. I'm on my own. So then I'd like put on something, mess about, and then oh my God, it's 4 o'clock. But anyway, one can never complain. Look,
yeah, the way it was all right for you to look rough on camera. I got lots of I got feedback.
Hate mail. Is that what you call it? Feedback? We call it hate mail. Yeah. You slag, Justine. What do you look like?
It was actually mostly just from my mom and my cousins. Like, why don't you brush your hair? You're on camera. Brush your hair. Okay, when did we first meet? When did you two first meet? That's another question.
Could I just say, I was working with a sound man that is just the worst dressed person that you've ever met in your life, and he just looks like a dodgy geezer on the road, his beard, and when he tells you your dress doesn't look right or your attire, what you're wearing, and presenting the thing, you know you're in deep shit. I'm like, God, I better sort that out. Anyway, thought I'd share that, but I can't mention names because anyway, when did you two first meet? When did you? Oh God, I can't remember, but
I remember we first met.
Was it
at Channel 4? Channel 4 was doing that big publicity. It was Channel 4 was doing like a promo photo shoot.
Oh, with the globe and everything.
With the globe, the bouncy ball globe. That was in England. That was in London. That was a Channel 4 thing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'd never done anything like that before. It was, and they said, all right, we'll just mess about, just have fun. And you just jumped in, and you were having so much fun. And I was aware that I wasn't really able to keep up with you, and I felt very intimidated. And then I didn't see you again until about 4 years later, when Discovery Channel had an event in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, but also we'd done programs and hadn't met for, it would have been a couple of years, wouldn't it? So we didn't, but we was aware of each other. And I'll tell you what, it was so intimidating. And you tried to protect me. When I say you, I say me. You tried to go, yeah, I'm cool. I sort of watched the program. It's all right. You can't help it. It's like, acting cool and acting that doesn't bother. But I remember it's very intimidating. I didn't watch any travel programs or anything at all because I know what I can be like. I don't want to be thinking about what other people are doing and go, because they're bound to do something like, oh, that's brilliant. Oh, God, I better, so I just avoid everything, really. Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't watch travel. I don't to be honest with you, I don't even listen to podcasts. I can't do two things at once. I can't vacuum and listen, or drive and listen, or paint and listen. I just can't do two things at once.
Yeah, I can. I love if I'm painting and drawing, or if I'm especially driving, always have like a talkie tape on or something, or a podcast, because it's then I don't care if I get caught in traffic.
What kind of talkie tape is it? Is it like an audio book or a podcast?
Yeah, audio book. Yeah, audio books.
Okay.
Because my car still I can put cassettes in my car.
Okay. And is there someone you like in particular?
The good thing about cassettes, they're so rare to come across. You go to secondhand shops or thrift shops or car boot sales, and there's some there. So you might pick up this autobiography. You never heard them, so you would never choose it. So I put it on. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know about this geezer who was like brought up in deep south and was like playing rockets at the back, singeing his hair and shooting things up the sky, getting beat by his dad to go and stop that. Then the CIA come over. He's about 15 or.
And these are just random cassettes you buy at the vintage.
Like people's autobiography, John Smith's
memoirs
called Rocket Man or something, and then he shot one up there and the what?
It's like you're traveling, Ian. You just pick one up. You don't know what it is. You put it in, and you get to know this other world you didn't even know you were going to. Okay, we have to read the question now. Read the question.
Wait, just say the good thing about that is you're going to listen to something that you'd never listen to. Whereas now we're sort of all squashed in and herded down one narrow path because I've been looking at stuff. Anyway, sorry.
That's right. That's one way to get out of your bubble, is go to the vintage shop and randomly choose a cassette and put that one in your car. Like that.
My wife used to do.
Tip. What's the fundamental question? What's the one fundamental thing you've learned about our loony planet from all your years on the road? Do all the geographic divisions really hold up? Or are we all more or less just the same? Okay, first I want to say this is coming from an account I recognize. He's from India, and he produces the most beautiful videos about the world that he knows. They are beautifully shot, beautifully edited. And okay, what's the answer to the question?
Well, one of the things that I find and I love is like, it doesn't matter if you're down your local pub or you're in the remotest village in the middle of the Amazon, and there's always going to be a couple of complete arseholes, and mostly brilliant people. But it doesn't matter. So you have to, and also you treat them like you would treat anyone down the pub. It doesn't matter that they're out there or here. You treat them the same, because it's so that similarity. That's what I always like. So then you've got common ground on everything, on to a certain thing, because we all experience the same emotions. Obviously, culturally, completely apart. But that's what I find. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. Like at an emotional level, we humans all understand. We're all kind of anticipating grief because we know that the things we love we're going to lose. So we all have that in common. We've all been parts of families, whether they were good ones or bad ones. and we have a common language, a smile, a bow, there's so many ways to make contact. And I think a lot of times, it's a bit of a dare that I do with myself when I see someone and they look like this,
Yeah. Oh, right. Yes.
And I just go smile, and they light up. It doesn't take much to make a connection.
Yeah, and for them to melt, and you can get on with them, because when you first meet, you just haven't got a clue. They might be the best mate that you've ever met. When you first meet and you go, he's scaring the bejeebers out of me. I'm like, I don't even want to talk to him. He looks like a nutcase. And then you might even come out with something, and you're like, nah. And then, 5 minutes later,
yeah, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
And, well, the other thing I wanted to just say in answer to that question is that before I started traveling,
was there ever a time, Justine, that never traveled? I don't believe it.
Before I put those Timberlands on, I thought that, France was France and England was England and the US was the US. And but I started to see very clearly as I traveled that people are regional. When you live in France, you make jokes about the people who live in this part of France or that part of France, or that, people have a sense of how the sort of kind of stereotype is, the cultural stereotype within the country. You know, their ideas about, you know, how the Scots are, or how the Welsh are, or how the this, and it's the same in the United States, you know, and
Well, the same thing, even in Scotland, their culture is saying England. Take England; it's the size of a pea as an island. You go 50 miles in any directions, the accents change, the food change, the attitudes change, everything's like completely different. And it doesn't. If you're in the middle of, you know, the bigger city, we like to say, yeah, they're all different. But in the city, north and south of the river, you know, when I was in Italy, in Florence, we went to the most brutal thing I've ever seen in my life. It was just like they got an arena, 25 people from each side come, and they all look like they've escaped from prison. They chuck a ball in, there's 4 referees, chuck a ball up in the air, and then they just kick the shit out of each other for about, you know, and then, 10 minutes later, there's the ball. You don't even know where the ball is. It's just absolute, it's the most brutal thing. Referees, even the referee got punched out.
Isn't that called rugby?
No, well, that probably stemmed from that. And I said to the guy, I said, this is the best and the most brutal thing that I've ever seen. He said, this is nothing. You should come and see a rival. So within that, these are rivals within a city in little areas, you know, and that stems back from Roman times when legions used to fight each other, see who's the hardest. So although, you know, culturally the same, the rivalry between, you know, one street, you know, it's crazy.
It goes back, right? I guess the stuff isn't so far back.
Yeah. I mean, boringly, that's why everyone still likes Shakespeare, because he didn't write necessarily, he wrote about the times, but it was all about emotion, about how people feel, the jealousy, the little looks. And then, you know, there's so much goes on that's why people relate to it now, because you're like, oh my God, that's how I feel. Oh, no, that's wrong. And then writes about it. Anyway,
question from Pete. Oh, hi, Pete. Gosh, I recognize your handle.
Who is it?
Pete. Okay, Justine, when you put the bug spray around your bed in Tulum, I was wondering if that trick would work for bed bugs too. You know, I don't remember what I used. It was either the DEET, you know, we carried like 98% DEET spray. I don't know if you can still get that, but the mosquitoes were so fierce. You can't.
You can get it on the dark web.
It was so strong that if it went straight on your skin, it would just burn the skin, or it would even burn through gaffer tape. We used to string up to protect ourselves from mosquitoes when we were on the long haul train rides a lot in Southeast Asia in the 3rd class. You'd be in your bed, and then you put a mosquito net around it, and then your handsome sound guy would gaffer it, so that you'd have a gaffer there and you'd be sealed. And then for good luck, he'd spray the whole perimeter with the DEET. I don't know what you were thinking.
God, the worst, aren't they? But then it doesn't really matter. Mosquitoes are going to get you anyway. I mean, that stuff was lethal. That burned through plastic.
Yeah. But and I know nothing about bed bugs.
You are?
No, nothing about bed. I know nothing about bed bugs. I don't want to think about those.
No.
Yeah. Oh, here's another handle I recognize. Arcane Eclectic. This is so fun. Wish I could see Arcane. Okay, he asks, what places did you travel to for the show that you liked so much that you knew you would visit there again someday on your own time?
Well, Cuba for me. Oh, man. Yeah, I always knew I'd go back there. Just because it's just, and did go back. I've been back there many a time. We stayed there for 2 months one time.
Cuba episode, we recorded a Cuba episode.
Yes.
One of our 6 episodes. We completed 6 episodes of season.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I'm glad you stepped in and say yes.
We did, Ian. We completed.
I know.
We completed
Liz.
Amazing.
We interviewed her from Cuba, so that made it even more doubly, because I went there, you know, when I first did the show, 20 years ago, 25.
Yeah.
And then she's, you know, young Cuban now, so that's what that makes that.
Liz. So we had a conversation with Liz in Cuba, and it's on the YouTube channel, and she was amazing. That was a great conversation. And, you know, before we started having that chat with Liz for the podcast, I had no idea that you'd been to Cuba so many times.
Yeah, no, we loved it. Me and my wife went there been there about 3 times and months on end. Lower rum, I think it was.
I would say if I
Where would you go? Or where did you go?
Well, I'd like to go back to look, there's Cuba. There's Liz.
That's just in case someone thought we was lying. That's not right. Yeah, well, there it is. Yeah.
Oh gosh, it was very funny talking with her. She said some very surprising things.
Anyway, go on. Where will you go? Where did you go back to?
Well, I've only been to South India.
We'd all love to go back to almost all the countries.
Yeah, right.
Did you have to go back?
I'd like to spend time in India. I was in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, in the south.
Yeah.
And now I'd really love to go and spend some time just traveling through the different regions, states of India.
I went there as a sad hippie when I went there for 7 months.
You were in India for 7 months as a sad hippie?
In Nepal, yeah. It's just unbelievable because every little province, it's like about 10 different. They're all 10 different countries. Yeah. I mean, I was talking about earlier about England. You know, you go to India's different. The food changed, the body shapes change, the people change, the sound change, the color, everything. So it's just an explosion. And there's
oh, sorry, it's the phone. Hang on.
Oh, we've got a phone in. Oh, yeah. If you want to raise money, just phone in now. Get some money out of them, Justin. Get some money out of them. Who is it? Oh,
sorry about that.
Sorry, I lost it there for a minute. Not that we're desperate.
So, Ian, you spent 7.
We get the second zero.
Ian.
It's the phone that put me up for a
down, boy, down. Come here. Let me ask you a question. Did you spend 7 months in India in your 20s?
Yeah.
And were you like, were you with your friend Mickey?
No. I was with a couple of girls from the drama class. 3 actually in the end.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was just extraordinary. Every single day you saw something that blew your mind. I mean, every single day in India, because you'd never seen anything like it. And you're a young kid and you're just like culturally.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
food, the colors.
Even when I see your program, especially there was one I was looking at the food. I think that was the Trinidad, and there was also one in Africa, and I was just like, oh
man. Yeah. Okay, here's another question. Thanks to someone here, we just hit 30% funded on Kickstarter. Can we get to 40% of the stream? Ian, can we get to 40% at the end of the stream? Do you know what that means?
Well, I've got a chip in myself. Yeah, I didn't realize.
No, it's a new stream. We're streaming. Yeah,
that's for you. Yeah, take it.
Okay, we'll take it.
It's gone already. It's gone. I swear to God, it's like something I saw a hand just took it over. Oh man, you're stupid.
Okay, here's another question. What do you think about traveling with so much Instagram influencer culture taking over it? Do you think it's a good thing, or is it so much social media diluting the joy of traveling? Is social media diluting the joy of traveling? What do you think about Instagram influencer culture taking over it?
Bullshit. The thing is, it's not my language. So I understand as a younger generation, that's their language. That's how they communicate. So to them, us going away for the sake of traveling away, experiences everything, hardly taking any photographs because we're just so immersed in it and enjoying every sensor of your body and doing that, maybe doing a little sketch here, nothing comes into your head but pure travel. I'm not thinking, I can't wait to tell this guy that I did. You're just enjoying it and you're just getting on with it. You're not living it through a lens. Now, when I see things, I just go to a concert and some idiot's got a huge sort of, could you put your iPad down? Yeah, I'm trying to watch. Oh, sorry, I'm filming it. Who's going to watch that? Who's going to watch 2 hours of, come around mine and see, look, you see AC/DC on there. What great, absolute nonsense. I think you miss the essence of it. And, but now I don't think people could possibly travel without, texting people and go, wow, pictures and that, and which are beautiful, and you're always in touch, and that's how. But I like the raw thing of it. That, and also when you didn't have you didn't have a mobile when we travelled. You just have money stuck to your chest and a passport. So you'd meet people, and you wouldn't have information. You'd learn from other people how to go here, how to go there. It was just raw and just so exciting. You didn't know where you're going to end up. You didn't even. You turn up, so you didn't even in a hotel. That's now, but like I said, that's the generational thing. That's how I love to travel. The other way, doing something, and then spending, the rest of the afternoon in the internet shop, going, oh yeah, I did this, yes, I had a poo, boop. Sorry, that's just me. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that I think also that I just like to feel that what I'm experiencing, I'm not also having to telegraph it, which, I had to do as the host of the show. Like, my experience wasn't my private experience. It was also a public experience. So I think now I just really I really like to feel, I really appreciate that that I have the privacy. I don't want to share my experiences if I'm not doing it for the show.
Yeah.
And I also can't do more than two things at once very well. So I can't really see myself really enjoying travel if I felt like my goal was to use my phone to get me to where I wanted to go, tell me about it before I get there, and take pictures of it along the way. That would be like a different kind of travel. I mean, I like to not, I kind of like to try to figure things out with the people who I meet along the way to the best of my ability.
Yeah. I mean, it makes things certainly a little bit easier, but sometimes the hard things are worth it because you get over it. Like the travel, obviously, it's if you had a time machine, you went, oh, I can't, Delhi, New York, really? Big, press the button and you're there. Whereas the journey could be the most interesting thing about your whole trip. So you just never know. It's like taking them in chances. But then again, look, listen to me. I'm like, yeah. Don't talk about that. I've got a bloody podcast going on. Listen to my boring travel stories. Yeah. So, yes, I'm two-faced.
Yeah, we're all two-faced. We're all hypocrites. We're all trying to figure out how to be authentic to ourselves in the realm of where technology is ubiquitous and almost unavoidable. So yeah, we're all trying to figure it out. And the travel space is, I guess I don't really watch travel podcasts. I mean, not because I don't want to, I just don't think about doing it. And but I guess sometimes I feel when I do see stuff on social, because I do check it now quite frequently because of this project, I'm never really sure if the person who's recommending something is recommending it because it's genuinely the best blah, blah, blah for them, or if there is some financial transaction, and that makes me a little,
That's very, very true. You don't know whether it's an honest thing.
Yeah.
As time gets on and technology gets more crazy, you never be able to trust anything. Really not. Like, this could be all, I'm not here. I died 4 years ago, and there I am, still being AI.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah. Get down.
Let's read this. This is from Jason and Donna Miller, ET family. I've never seen your name on. I'm going to look for you. Okay. What was the most inspiring moment you both have had in your travels that made you think or changed your perspective? Yeah, like moments in travel that just blew your mind.
Yeah. I mean, the ones that there'd always be one every instant or every program, some crazy. I remember walking the back streets in Mongolia, middle of nowhere, just wandered off, just having a little look around, and there was a guy in a garage all covered in cess and stuff like that.
Covered in what?
In grease and rubbish, and and he was like, "Oh, I was just, oh, hello, how you doing?" But chatting to him, and he was like, "Yeah." He had like 4 degrees, in engineering, metallurgy, and stuff like that. And he was, he spoke about 6 different languages, and he said, "Yeah, but I just can't go. There's no bloody jobs here, so I'm just working in this, little garage, just, fingers crossed." And I was like, God, I can't even speak English, for God's sake. And
I remember one of the what you just don't know what a person is from the outside. You just simply don't know. It's so humbling. It's so humbling, isn't it? To just how wrong your judgment so often is.
Yeah, it's a wake up call. Yeah.
So this was a mind blower for me. When we were in Vietnam, it was 1994, and I was running at the time, and just kind of needed to run every morning. Just
Okay.
that was kind of my.
What, you still running away from someone?
It
Yeah.
helped me
when you used to exercise regularly.
So I covered my legs, covered my arms, went out, and I was running, and I noticed that people were really stopping and looking at me, but they weren't really looking. I thought maybe, yes, I know it's weird, like the one white girl who's jogging, very weird, right? But they were looking at me in a way that wasn't like that. It was something else. They had really quizzical expressions on their faces, and I could not figure it out. And so I asked our fixer, and he said they can't understand why a person would purposefully burn calories.
God, how big were you? Yeah, no, that's mad.
The motto at the time in Vietnam was, I don't know how to say it in Vietnamese, but it was one rice bowl a day. That was the motto. That was what the day was about, was getting a rice bowl on the table at the end of the day. That was the goal.
Yeah. Wow.
And here I am burning calories.
Yeah.
That blew my mind. Okay. Ooh, Borneo, you stayed up. You stayed up.
Hey, Borneo! Hey!
Thank you. That's very sweet. Okay. Yeah. Which place that you haven't been to is at the top of your must-visit list?
Borneo. Look at me. On a motorbike.
I'd like to go to Russia and Finland.
Yes. Okay. Why Finland?
Someone brought a duvet back from my mom when I was a kid from Finland. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. And I just always wanted to go to Finland. Yeah. Okay. Then they're lovely people. I've met some outside of Finland. Yeah. What about you?
Well, it was always I just adore anything above the Arctic Circle. So I'd love to, I'd love to go to, northern Siberia, where there's just, it's just carnage, there's nothing, well, not carnage, there's nothing there. I just find that it just fascinates me. It's just so off the scale to anything that anything you've experienced before, So like when I was in Greenland, it was the same thing. There's nothing there.
The footage that show of you in Greenland is unbelievable. The landscapes are beyond imagination almost.
Yeah. And your mindset has to be completely different because you've got to get warm clothes on and you've got
survival.
Yeah. I mean, I love visiting. I want to live there, but anything above the Arctic Circle's heaven. I've never been anywhere in Central America, which is quite weird. Yeah.
You'd like to go to Central America?
I think so. Yeah,
Honduras, Guatemala, Nicaragua.
Yeah. Panama would be quite nice. Sounds good. I like places that sound good that are rubbish, like Casablanca. Sounds so great. Bloody rubbish. Timbuktu, bloody rubbish.
Oh, Timbuktu was unbelievable. Timbuktu's in Mali, and they had that was one of the most beautiful places. It was just this vast desert with these incredible doors on every home, these metal wrought doors with these incredibly intricate patterns of metal kind of shining in the sun, surrounded by sand. That was surreal.
Yeah, that is crazy. It's a great film.
Question.
Oh, it's not cool.
Ooh, this is for you, Ian.
Go on then. What's it?
It says, Ian, you inspired me to marry a Brit, have a son, and name him Ian.
Stay away from me, you freak.
Seriously, and moved to London for 17 years.
Wow.
Thank you for being such a meaningful inspiration. I'm truly grateful forever. Kay.
I know her. She's been following me around for 5 years. I had to get an injunction on her, and I still see her now and again. Just a little glimpse.
Ian, what do you think about that? What do you think about
it's beautiful.
Someone named their son
because I'm English, I always like that. Anyway, move on. We don't talk about that.
How do you
because
feel?
It's
How do you feel?
yeah, well, exactly. It's just that of course, it's a lovely thing, and also really weird. Yeah, really weird. So,
Justine.
There's the one for you, Justine. What was it that you got on top of the train going through the tunnel?
Oh, where was it that you got
where was it?
train going through the tunnel?
What was you got? Yeah, Chilblains. Where was that? On the top of a train?
That was on top of a train in Ecuador. Yeah, and I remember Peter Boyd McLean. He came on. He was also on the. We were on the top of the train. I was a part of the train where you could ride on the top of it. I don't know.
He shouldn't be on the top of the train, Peter Boyd. That's just wrong. One, he's too large for it.
Stop. So Peter and I are standing on top of the train, and the cameraman is up there as well.
Wow, that sounds like a comedy moment.
Peter says, "All right, we're coming. You see that tunnel ahead? When I want you to when I say 3, I want you to duck.
Yeah,
and then we'll go through the tunnel, and then you're going to pop up." And I was like, "Okay." I
love
that. What part of me thought that was a good idea? I don't know. I mean, like,
yes.
And he called it so close to get that shot.
Of course.
Yes.
Also, I mean, brilliant experience, but also that. Hold on, I think I've got it here. Did you sign your health and safety documents when you did this program? I can't remember. Well, I don't see your signature there, Justine. But that was the thing, wasn't it? It was nuts. If you worked for the BBC, everything would be on board and everything. When we did The Lonely Planet, it was just insanity, wasn't it?
There were really
things like that. Duck with it, here comes a bridge, duck! I mean, that's just... And what are you doing on top of a train anyway? I remember I did that one in Vietnam, jumping from one train. I think you did that as well, wasn't it? Because when you're there, you've seen it in all the films. You've got to jump between.
I did not jump between.
Ian,
let's get clear. I did not jump between train cars. You jumped between.
I was trying to rope you in there. So
that was a Tom Cruise. That was a Tom Cruise.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? That was it, because you just couldn't risk. I remember when we did the one with Steve Lenoff. I don't know if you know him. He's a director, old director.
Steve Lenoff. Oh my God!
Who's that? Some more money coming in. It's 40 grand. Is it 40 grand? Is it 40? Is it 40?
What? Steve Lenoff directed.
Yeah, that old man. Yeah. Well, we did one in. It was in Bosnia. And I'm hanging just because I can. I'm just like, the train's going along and I'm the outside, the door's open, and I'm hanging on the side, just like, hey, just because it looks good. And then I pretend that my passport's gone out, so I have to go back on the track and pick it when the train stops. So it was crazy. You'd never get away with that. But it made good program. You know, if the spontaneity of things like that, you just got on with it.
Well, I mean, let's think about it. There were, sort of 5, 6 of us, in our late 20s, early 30s. There wasn't anyone saying, "Oh, let me check with the office to see if it's okay for you to do that." No. The only time I had to sign a form was when we were in China and we were driving to a very remote area, and the minder we had a minder with us the whole time when we were in China, and she said, "I need you to sign this form because every so often the rocks fall from the mountain and hit the cars and kill the people in the car. And so you have to sign this before we can keep going."
Yeah.
Okay.
That's brilliant. I'm glad someone else did. Yeah.
Okay, here's a question from Zubrix. Hi, Zubrix. I know your handle. Okay. Hello from Northumberland.
Oh, Northumberland.
Great seeing you guys again. What was the most memorable experience you had with wildlife? All the best, Maxine. Oh, Maxine. Good.
Can't answer that.
Ian, come on. Come clean now. Okay, we've got 5 minutes.
No, well, I didn't, but we got attacked by monkeys on the monkey temple in Nepal.
Oh, yes.
And the director got bit up the arse by a monkey because he stood on one of the baby's monkeys, which was funny. And then the other ones were all over him, and he was like, "Oh!" And he's trying to push me. He was hiding behind me, but this monkey come out.
If you're listening to this story that Ian's telling us, you can watch that footage and see that story which episode was that? But in our podcast. It's in one of our podcasts. We talk about it. I think with Megan in the first podcast where we talked with Megan McCormick.
Okay.
You talk about the monkeys. Yeah, that was amazing.
Not very funny. Monkeys, I mean, their job is just to monkey about. That's all they do. But they would rip you.
Takes one to know one. Takes one to know one. Yeah, it does. Because you're a monkey. Okay, my favorite. Okay, I have two that stand out. One was playing with the pandas in China. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can still do that, but they let me into the panda sanctuary, and I'm running around and wrestling with this great big panda and the minder, and I mean, it was just amazing. And then I got to get super close to the little bitty baby panda. The panda thing was incredible. And then the other was once we were in Kruger Park in South Africa, and the crew had kind of moved on, and the tracker had kind of moved on a little bit, and I was there with a giraffe.
Oh, wow.
And it was just this majestic, it was like being with like a moving Eiffel Tower. It was just this massive thing. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get close to it. And I was just like trying to say nice things like, ooh, it's just me. I'm gentle. My hands are open. I'm just coming closer to you. And I just kind of was singing to it. And I got closer and closer. And I got so close to it. I got to like its knees. And then it just turned. And it ran the way giraffes run. They look like they're in slow motion. Oh, man, that was memorable.
I remember going seal clubbing in northern Canada.
Did you?
Bit messy, but
oh, stop!
I'd do anything for the program. If it makes good telly, give me that club.
No, there's
no. We don't. No, I'm because
there's a great.
We was on the thing with the seal pups.
That is the sweetest scene of you with the seal pups on the ice. Oh, that's lovely.
I mean, that's why I love the Arctic and anything like that. That we helicoptered down on the island. And then we was on the ice floe for about 8 hours, and it sort of drifted for about 20 miles. And all the seal pups coming up through little holes, and the mum and everything. It doesn't get. But,
and a lot of your paintings are of aerial shots of ice floes.
There's a few. I went a bit crazy with anything. Like I said, because I'm obsessed with anything above the Arctic Circle. So for about a dark 5 years, not dark in my head, but dark pictures of icebergs and paintings and man.
Okay,
anyway, move on.
Question, I think, Justine, I can see so many books behind you. Do you guys have any favorite travel book recommendations?
No,
I mean, to be honest with you, you know, when I read anything, it's like traveling to another world. I mean, I just finished Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver, and that took me to Appalachia in a way that I don't think any travel guidebook could, because it brought me the voice of the people and their interior experience. So I don't really read travel guidebooks so much. I just love to read.
No, I don't read travel books at all. I think, one, because we traveled so extensively that I'm not that interested.
But anything by Bill Bryson.
Okay. Yeah. No, just and also it takes me so long to read a bloody book. I have to pick it quite meticulously.
Yeah, you're dyslexic. You have to go slow with it, hey?
Yeah, that's more written. But I love talkie tapes anyway, so that is so brilliant. Oh, man. And but what I found, people that I admire in sports, you know, you get their biography and you're like, oh, that would be good. Usually dull as ditchwater. Because all they've done is sports. And there's nothing else. And you have to be the top. And if at the top of sports, you're obsessed with
that's their whole life. From childhood, sport, the same sport,
Wife used to read stories on a cassette and then give it to me when I was out on the thing. So at night I could listen to her voice.
No way!
And she did the Harry Potter and did all the voices and stuff like that. But the best part of it was I'd be in my hammock listening to it, and then she'd be going, and then and you hear the doorbell, and she'd be like, "Hold on, someone's at the door." I'm like, "Hold on, now." I just go. Oh, it was only Georgie's friend next door. Anyway, but their kid been causing trouble. Oh, no. And then anyway, back to
the Harry Potter.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, that is the most loving thing ever. Wow. Okay. Well, Arcane Eclectic says this was absolutely brilliant. Thank you both so much. See you again next time. I hope there will be a next time. Everyone, please chip into the Kickstarter.
We need it
without you. Thank you.
And I just saw it nearly went up to 40%. But
did it really?
or maybe that was a dream I had, or maybe
Okay.
is that phone going to ring again? Perhaps we'll get some information. Yay!
Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming.
Anyway,
Thanks, everybody.
you had to put up with all our stories. All I'm saying is there's many, many, many more where that come from. It's shocking how many we have got. Oh, don't cut me off! Cut me off now! Right?
Bye.
So,